Hello, we are back. Um, let's actually talk to our
I
companions
can't
at the
believe
camping
Mistress
or the campsite.
demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute.
That's
It's
right,
just a
we did the
waste of a
Mr. Gale
perfectly
thing.
good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
Um, I have a Momo on my lap. Starian, tell me about yourself.
What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
You remember your life?
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldurs Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing.
Very noble thing
I
to have done.
can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you.
Hmm. How were
I
you
was
turned?
attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer. It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
What's your
Why do
history?
you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
How does someone become a vampire?
Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. They're obedient and puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free and a true vampire.
In theory?
People think the biggest threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust
No,
me,
fair.
it doesn't happen.
Was a monster
So
hunter
it
after
would
you?
seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
Well, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
Who's Cazador?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
You're sure
It was
Cazador's behind it?
him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
Can't be a
I think
racist.
you'll find I can. And there's nothing your bleeding heart can do to change my mind.
Oh, sounds like someone else I know. Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was just drawn to the smell of blood. The point is, I have history with these barbarians. Cazador's sending a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
You're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
What do you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
That seems unnecessary.
Well, probably.
What's waiting at Moonrise?
Drow, mind flayers, death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers, if we can convince the right people to talk.
All right, bye.
Oh,
Well,
darling, I'm hurt.
never mind.
thought we
I
had
accidentally
something
clicked the wrong thing. All right. Gale, what's going on in your world today?
I do enjoy our conversations. What do you need?
Is Mr. always so demanding?
Respects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh,
How are you
know
feeling?
Me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives.
Positives,
Truth
eh?
is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. Won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Why doesn't Elminster take on the Absolute?
No doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
All right, thank you. Moving on.
Over, been through.
Let's talk to Will.
Rest in my heart.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate... To me, it all sounds... The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself. In the big bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve. I hope he'll come to see that.
Okay. Withers doesn't usually have much to say, so I'm just going to move down here.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that.
I know. I felt it. Yes. I felt it go from me to you. You need its help. Might not be possible.
I'm not done talking to
May
you.
the darkness protect you. Wouldn't you be?
You seemed intrigued earlier.
If there's even the slight, even if they're all long gone, my people are nothing if not resource.
There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you to become a Dark Justiciar. It's all I ever want. But Mother forbid me. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I don't know. Dark Justiciars are hated by many, judged to be ruthless fanatics. Even the few who would accept a follower of... But there's a simpler answer to your question. I simply forgot about the desire I had until I saw some things that reminded me. Now, I can't get it out of my...
Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. I had a feeling...
Why were you in
my
pain?
hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though.
Why?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
What causes it to hurt?
Difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's I'd like to hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah.
Alright, let's move on.
Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness.
What do you think's
All
happened
that's
so far?
happened. You have a talent for understatement, you know that? Specifics.
Never mind.
please.
I'm just gonna leave. He's asking too many questions. Lysel, how are you developing?
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his... That doesn't mean his Near as I can tell, Mystra demands... Why else would she demand Gale's sac... Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not... Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death.
Let's talk about the disc.
Disc appears in your mind's eye.
Tirsu markings. The texts are enciphered, but it's a story.
Your head buzzes in concert with laser.
A traitor. This text is heresy. I can hardly... Very well. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten work. When the ash had cleared, true heir, glorious prince, there's no great... Disregard this drivel. Gith declared that she did nothing of the sort. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have
Okay, bye. Karlak, what's up? You're the last person, then I can head back out to
Was
the road.
that Gale's granddad?
No.
It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if... Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Miss, what's he going to do? Well, tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. If Mystra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms. Let's hope Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, frosty pints.
What does the engine do?
Energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn. Agonizing. God's what I wouldn't give for a hug. A pat. Anything. You've never met anyone so desperate for a hug as this one right here. Pathetic perhaps, but true. Oh well. Can't have it all, can you?
Karlak's just such a happy-go-lucky spirit for what she's dealing with.
Gog at everything when I first walked in the sun.
It gives me a little bit of joy.
Adjusting to this new...
So I've decided that I want to go back to the crash real fast.
And it's when you think a Gog is an
I had an
impressive
idea.
bird that I remember you're just a child.
We saw some trophies, or not trophies, some statues. And I picked up a thing. so I'm a little bit more curious to investigate. All right, so we're gonna throw a grease bottle at this.
Nearly had it. The statues revealed a hidden door.
Aha.
Curious.
Leap.
Better not be cursed.
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
Okay. Disarm it. Excellent. And where is the fuel for that? That is the thing that powers it. Oh, we just have to go around.
Can't risk being in open view.
Let's go disarm this thing.
Breathe deep.
Go over here. Give this a shot.
By my hand. With haste. Don't want to draw any attention. Let's see what this does.
And we have that. Well, that's neat. We're going to give that to Shadowheart. Holy Light. Fiends Undead. Get disadvantage. That's nice. And what is over here? Just emptiness? It is. Alright, well, can we fast travel out of here? Alright, let's head. This. Take the egg. Don't care about the egg. Alright, we'll go this way. Alright, that area's blocked off. Let's go this way. Over here is where we found Elminster or whatever his name is.
of us would you rather feed on if he had free reign?
A dead blue jay?
Will, no question. He's strong, fast, and righteous.
Okay, so that's the Shadow Curse. We're not going there yet. So instead, we're gonna head back to the Goblin camp. We're gonna go to the Underdark. Why are we at the campsite? Do I have to take long rests?
Tilla Vlaakith, has our queen sent a knight to slay me with his own blade?
Such informality, child. Does Justil Kithrak not command your respect?
Your blade speaks for you, Kithrak. You've come for blood.
Child of Gith, I've not come to kill you. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Skakek Kier Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Go ahead.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise? Skaketh! I should run you through for suggesting it.
What are you asking of us?
Asking for your help and your trust. I've heard word from Kresh Yulik. You are infected, yet the one in the prism has chosen you, protects you with their power. The prism's tenant alone has the power to end Vlaakith's tyranny. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldurs Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, Justil Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel. Every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness! You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
Oh, Lae'zel. She approves.
I served Vlaakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles, yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth. I will meet you in Baldurs Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away.
Okay.
I should go. Vlakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one now to Baldurs Gate.
Okay.
I'd like some time.
Lysel, you seem to want to talk now.
I didn't expect Lae'zel to turn on the Lich Queen so readily. Wonders never cease.
I wonder if there's someone else that needs to question their religion. Shadowheart.
Vlakith Kosivim Hrath Crashet. Only in Vlakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem. Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlakith. Forsake Vlakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlakith. She has sinned against me.
What does Ascension entail?
Is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until from the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlakith. We are honored with an eternal home in the astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended.
Vlakith's a tyrant.
Vlakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, a warrior. But if Voss is right, and Vlakith then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. But to raise Vlakith to true godhood.
Who do you think's in the prism?
I can't know. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, but the dream figure is real. Voss believes they are the seed of, and I believe he may be right.
All right. Well,
yes,
good talk. We're gonna pause the YouTube video there. So thanks for watching. If you're watching the stream, stay tuned.